Let me bring in on this broadcast our panelists also who are joining us here to discuss really what their political stand is on this issue. We've got NV Subhash, spokesperson of the BJP in Telangana, Krishank Mani, leader of the BRS, and Sama Rammohan Reddy, spokesperson of the Congress. Thank you all very much for your time. Namaskaram. Good evening. Rammohan Reddy, I'd like to begin with you. What really was the mission with which Revanth Reddy Garu and, of course, the might of the Telangana Congress reached the national capital today? You do realize that while you go ahead with this agitation, and let's say the president goes ahead and gives a nod, you're still going to face a Herculean task in making this a reality.
Good evening, Akshita. Telangana government under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Revanth Reddy Garu is committed to increase the reservation quota of BCs from 23% to 42%, like you showed it on your screen just a few minutes ago. See, our fight is legitimate. So we have come up with a comprehensive survey for 50 days with more than 1 lakh officers working on ground, and there is a data available as per in compliance with the Supreme Court order. Today we are demanding for 42% reservation for BCs, and we have reached to Delhi because in March of this year 2025 we have passed two pivotal bills in Telangana Legislative Assembly and sent to the governor. And from there, government has sent it to the assent approval of the president of this country. So it's been 4 months now. We are still waiting. So what is the delay? And what are the hurdles? So we are committed.
I'll ask that question. I'll definitely ask that question, Mr. Reddy, but also answer my question about what really is the government's game plan here of ensuring that, for example, if this is challenged in court, you actually go ahead and get it through. How do you do that? Because like I said, it exceeds the Supreme Court cap of 50%.
This cap has come in 1992 in Indira Sahani case, but central government has found its way by 103rd amendment of EWC. Is EWC reservation increasing the reservation quota from 50% cap to another 10%, which has come to 59.5% in central institutions. So how had they found the way? Likewise, we are demanding 42% reservation for BCs as well. If central government committed to increase the reservation, it will find its way, just like it found in EWS reservation, which was also upheld by the Honorable Supreme Court of this country.
Okay, that was EWS, but I take your point. Let me bring it up with Mr. NV Subhash. Subhash Garu, what do you have to say about the Congress constantly questioning why it's taking so long? There has been 4 months that, there's an attempt to stall this. They're saying that the central government is not committed to the backward classes.
Good evening, Akshita, and the fellow the panelists. This is a very interesting debate because this has been going on in Telangana from past so many the months. What we claim the Bharatiya Janata Party is that when Rahul Gandhi came to the Kamareddy, which is one of the district in Telangana, he has made a declaration that 42% exclusively reservations will be given to BC community. At that time, none of the Congress leaders, including Rahul Gandhi, has mentioned that in that we will be adding another 10% in that for Muslim reservations in that. So our point is that out of 42%, 10% if it goes exclusively for the Muslims in that there are so many backward classes and that we also agree on that. But there is BCD reservations, BCE reservations, which is exclusively for backward classes in the Muslims on that. So the real BCs, the BC communities are getting affected on that. For example, in 2020 GHMC elections in Hyderabad, out of 150 corporations we have, in that 50% which has been reserved for BCs, in that 35% Muslims have won from MIM. This is really snatching away this thing they have to get from the BCs. It has been really taken away from
Subhash,
them.
Mr. Subhash, are you against the 10% quota for Muslims? This is based. Go ahead, sir.
We are 100%. supporting BC bill because our legislators have already passed this bill,
Yeah,
supported
you
in
let it
assembly
pass. Yeah.
also. Yeah, assembly also. But at the same time, we said remove that cap, the 10% on that. It is, as you have declared in the Kamareddy, where your top leader from Delhi has come, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, he has very clearly said that 42% exclusive. Why are you again mixing Muslims in that? This is what we are just against on that. See, there is a cap, as we are
Okay.
very clearly saying that 50% cap, where the reservation, the Supreme Court has given the judgment in 1992 Indira Sahni case, where 50% cannot exceed on that. Why are you bringing that EWS? EWS is above 100%, 110%. If there are 100 admissions in the medical college, 10 admissions extra they have given. In that, it has
Okay.
been given on that. So this is literally confusing and then making this
Okay.
just to
Before I
happen.
bring in Krishank Mane, also of the BRS, Ramon Reddy, do you want to quickly respond to what Subhash Garu has raised here about the 10% reservation for Muslims?
I don't know why BJP is confused and trying to confuse people.
We are
Because
not
see, from
confused. You
which
are
page I
confused.
don't know. I don't know from which page they have drawn. Because we are seeking the increase of reservation for BCs, not on the base of religion or caste, on the base of BCs backwardness, social and economical backwardness, educational backwardness. There is a comprehensive survey because if there is no word called Muslim in the statement, there is no future for BJP. That's the reason they are resorting to such spreading of lies. But we are fighting for the increase of reservations for BCs altogether. And show me a
Ajita,
single
let me
state.
come. Let me
Show
come.
me a single state of
Let
any
me.
BJP ruling
Okay.
state where Muslims are considered separately but not under BC quota. Show me a single
See, in
state.
Gujarat, in Uttar
Can we
Pradesh,
challenge on
Gujarat
Gujarat?
and Uttar Pradesh also we
Okay,
have
one
given
second.
the Muslim
They are
community.
taking
One
all the
second, Mr.
benefits.
Subhash,
Yes,
hold on,
Muslims
hold on,
are
hold on.
taking benefits under
Let me
BCs.
let me bring in Krishank Mane. He's been waiting patiently for his turn. Krishank, go ahead. What's the BRS's stand on all that's playing out? I know that this is an issue also that the BRS has spoken a lot on reservation on quota for the backward classes.
Akshita Garu, believing in the state government that they had a proper roadmap, the BRS supported them in the assembly resolution. But now I hear the Congress, when they are talking, that they are totally blank about this and they do not have a proper roadmap because I don't understand how did EWS come up into this. 50% reservation is the Supreme Court cap of the reservations for OBCs, scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and the EWS is within the 50% of the forward castes or above that or a supernumerary quota, but doesn't at all affect the 50% of the Supreme Court cap, which was clearly mentioned with a 3:2 ratio. So I don't understand Congress's argument with this blatant confusion of the Congress. And here, Bharatiya Janata Party, they bring in the minority or the Muslim reservation into this as an issue. Well, number one, Akshita Garu, you have asked a straight question. How would you deal with the Supreme Court cap of the 50%? So the Bharatiya Janata Party should answer that 1 second, if you keep the Muslim reservation argument aside, are you willing to break the cap of the 50% is what the government of India should answer. Number two, such a huge protest today by the Congress government. The whole of the cabinet was there. Chief Minister was there. Rahul Gandhi ji just tweeting will not do. Take it up in the parliament. We request the Supreme AICC leader Rahul Gandhi ji to debate in parliament, number one. And you have
No, but Rahul
represented.
Gandhi, Krishank, has said that he's going to be there for the meeting also with the president. Rahul Gandhi has also put out a post on social media, as has Priyanka Gandhi.
Akshita ji, my request is only the road forward is you have a Rajya Sabha parliamentarian, Abhishek Manu Singhvi ji, who's being representing from Telangana. They've given him a seat. Please approach the Honorable Supreme Court. By protesting in Jantar Mantar will not give a solution. Go to the Supreme Court, challenge it, break the 50% cap. As you have given the figures, it rises up to 67%. Then we will have a logical solution. You will have an act here. The 42% reservation, of course. Again, Jitni Abadi, Utna Hissedari, Bhagidari is the slogan what they've given. Kamareddy resolution, which should actually come to 46%. But nevertheless, at least way forward, you will get the 42% by approaching the Supreme Court, not sitting near the Jantar Mantar.
You know, we keep constantly talking of the Kamareddy declaration. Ramohan Reddy, looking at what happened in Kamareddy, the promise that was made versus what's happened in Delhi and the protest that we saw today. The question that constantly comes up is, was this dharna only about optics, about showing resolve? Because the Congress knows that making it become a reality is going to be a challenge?
See, it is our effort. It is our effort, and we are still we are going on because it is a fight for BCs and their legitimate right. Because clarity number one, just now BRS spokesperson addressed that they supported these bills in assembly. Sorry to say, I don't know whether he is having that knowledge or not. Leader of opposition in Telangana was not present when these bills were passed. They were against it.
One
Okay,
vote.
the
What
leader of
about the rest
opposition
of the
was not
votes?
present.
क्या बात कर
Not
रहे हो यार?
present.
इधर भी
And
diversion politics.
BRS
No, when you're
and
talking
BRS
specifics,
party, BRS
did BRS
party,
MLAs and party
BRS
support or
party
not?
during the tenure for 9.5
This
years,
is below the belt
almost a
politics,
decade.
Ram.
BC's
Hold on.
reservations in local bodies were limited to 23%. 23%.
No,
At
you know,
least they
before
have
we go
never
forward,
showed.
before we go
At least
forward,
they have
quickly
never
on that
showed any
point that you
efforts to
raised.
fight for it.
Akshita,
Just on that point.
Akshita
Yes,
ji, I'd
Prashant.
like
Yes,
to answer
Prashant,
this.
quickly. Yeah.
Akshita ji, here again they want to go to the rhetorics that KCR ji is not coming to assembly. BRS supported, BRS MLAs.
Because they are not serious.
All the MLAs supported them on the number. Please go check your votes if you've done voting, number one. Number two, why are you telling just half facts? Why don't you tell that High Court also stopped KCR government's ordinance of raising it to 34%? 34% KCR's government tried, which Akshita ji mentioned. I'm giving you the accurate figures.
These guys were limited to state high court.
KCR's government
These guys were
released the
limited
same
to state
ordinance
high
like
court.
you, which
Okay,
High
one-
Court
their
cancelled
efforts.
it.
Okay,
Just like what
Krishant,
happened
Krishant,
to
you've
Madhya
had your say.
Pradesh,
You've asked that
same thing
question.
happened
You've
to
asked that
Telangana.
question. Let Ramohan Reddy respond.
See, boasting their effort, they were limited to approaching only High Court, Honorable High Court of Telangana. Okay, they were limited to
You
the
go to
state.
Supreme Court.
But we are on the Delhi streets today. So if you
Please
are
go to the
serious
court.
about the
Akshita,
increase
let
of
me
reservation,
Supreme Court.
where
ask
are
the
you?
same question.
Why have you failed to join the hands with the parties?
Please go to Supreme
Irrespective
Court,
of political
not road
parties,
tamasha.
don't you have a
Akshita.
stand to fight for the
Okay.
reservation?
Okay,
What is
okay,
your
gentlemen,
MLA
one at
talking
a
there?
time.
Modi
One at
ji
a time, one at a
What is
time,
your
please.
stand?
Karo or
Let me,
maro. That is the
Subhash Garu,
statement you went
Subhash
on
Garu,
there
go
for.
ahead.
They
Subhash Garu.
failed. They failed
Yeah.
BCs for
See,
last
the
9.5
Congress,
years.
the Congress doesn't have the heart to support, the BC bill, because in past so many years in the combined Andhra Pradesh also, they never made the chief minister from the BC community. In after Telangana formation has been done, they never made the BC as the chief minister. Even in the Revanth Reddy's cabinet, as on today, they are advocating for 42% reservation. They have only three the BC the ministers. Even in the corporations also they didn't have. In the last parliament and assembly elections also, they did not really allot according to the reservations which are really promised to MPs and MLAs. Now they are talking about it. Whereas in Modi's government, 27 OBCs, the BCs are the ministers. We have made the BC commissions. Do we have the support of the BCs, or do you have the support on that? Knowing that it is impossible to implement, they wanted to divert the attention of the people of Telangana, because Revanth Reddy's government is failed in almost in all subjects from past 20 months. Every day new drama, as the KCR has been doing earlier also. Now
Okay.
they are doing it. What is the point in going to Delhi and then making a hue and cry when you're AACC leaders, they are supposed to come for the dharna, they did not come. BCs
Okay.
did not come. You have just made just an event management show.
Can I
drawing
just
the
cut
media
across
attention.
to a news break that's also coming in? Gentlemen, I request you to stay with me, because this is a statement that Revanth Reddy has made today in Jantar Mantar, which has triggered a huge controversy, where essentially he's put out a message saying however great or powerful someone is, whatever position they hold, if they oppose Rahul Gandhi's vision and message, Telangana will mark the political death of their career. This is the statement that's come in from Revanth Reddy right now. This is at Jantar Mantar, where he's spoken. He said, we've come to Jantar Mantar to take Rahul Gandhi's message to every corner of the country. Revanth Reddy essentially suggesting that anyone who doesn't in fact stand by Rahul Gandhi's vision and message, Telangana will mark the political death of their career. A message essentially that anyone who's not with the Congress will have no political future in the state of Telangana. This is what Revanth Reddy has said in his address that's just happened a while ago at the Jantar Mantar in the national capital. Just before, in fact, he had made these comments, he'd also put a pitch saying very clearly that Rahul Gandhi is fighting for the rights of the backward classes And so that's why they are pushing for this kind of reservation. But Revanth Reddy now, the Telangana Chief Minister, has quoted controversy with this particular statement. Reactions already coming in with the BJP lashing out at the Telangana Chief Minister's message, saying that in a democracy, there's no place for these kind of comments, where Revanth Reddy has said essentially that anyone who doesn't stand with Rahul Gandhi has no future in Telangana. He says it will mark the political death of their career. That's the message that the Telangana Chief Minister has given out. I'll take this across to our panelists as well for their reactions. So on this, Mr. Reddy, is this, you're seeing controversy over this. Ram Mohan Reddy, would you like to react to everyone who's questioning how the Telangana Chief Minister can talk about the political death of someone's career? But before that, let me listen in to exactly what the Telangana Chief Minister said.
ఎవరైనా సరే ఎంత గొప్పోడైనా ఎంత పెద్దోడైనా ఏ పదవిలో ఉన్నా సరే రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి శిలా శాసనానికి ఎదురొస్తే వాళ్ళ పాలిట మరణ శాసనం తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం రాయబోతుంది. రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి సందేశమే దేశం నలుమూలలకు చేరవేయడానికి ఈ రోజు జంతర్ మంతర్కు వచ్చినాం సోదరులారా. ఎవరైనా సరే ఎంత గొప్పోడైనా ఎంత పెద్దోడైనా ఏ పదవిలో ఉన్నా సరే రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి శిలా శాసనానికి ఎదురొస్తే వాళ్ళ పాలిట మరణ శాసనం తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం రాయబోతుంది. రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి సందేశమే దేశం నలుమూలలకు చేరవేయడానికి ఈ రోజు జంతర్ మంతర్కు వచ్చినాం సోదరులారా.
Okay, so that's the statement that's coming from Revanth Reddy that's led to a huge controversy. Mr. Subhash, would you like to comment on the comment made there by the Telangana Chief Minister, where he's used words like Marana Sadhanam?
Exactly. This is, we are living in the democracy, the country, world's largest democracy. People have been appreciating all over the world in that. This kind of statements really doesn't go very well. And in earlier also, Revanth Reddy has made a controversial statements about, the press, just YouTubers and that. He said he will go and slap on them. What kind of statements is that? Is it not Pakistan, or this is, the Bangladesh? This is India. This is, the democratic India. You cannot make derogatory statements against, all the people on that. If this is called the height of stupidity and height of appeasement to the Gandhi family, because you wanted to save your chair. Because your days are numbered. There are so many people against you within the Congress party who wanted to dethrone you, because all the failures which have been done, now you are putting with everyone in that. Because knowing that you cannot implement the schemes you have promised them, and after 20 months also people are against you. You won't have the courage to go to the upcoming local body elections, where the Honorable High Court has very clearly said by September 30th of this month of this year, the election should be held. So all these things are diverting the politics.
Okay, Ram Mohan Reddy, your response to this. There have been several questions about whether this is the right kind of language to be used by the Telangana Chief Minister.
Akshita, the statements made by our Honorable Chief Minister, let us not interpret it in a bad light, because his style of dialogues and his style of statements or his style of speeches is quite natural. He's not like, he's not, what he thinks, he just speaks. And there is an ancient proverb of Marana Shasanam. It doesn't mean like, direct threat to some individual in a diplomatic way, like we are supporting our leader to any extent, whomever confronts him. That's what he meant. And let us not interpret in some bad lights and showcase him in a bad picture.
The thing is that I know Telugu. So when, Marana Sadhanam is said, I know exactly what it means. Krishank.
Akshita Garu, we are not in ancient period. Rahul Gandhi is not our king. I'm sorry. This Shila Sasanam and Marana Shasanam, death penalty, if Rahul Gandhi's word is a word, it is a decree. And if you do not follow it, you will be penalized with death, is unacceptable. He has to apologize. And this platform is not right. You are not in some electioneering speech also. You have moved as government, you are there protesting for the OBC 42%. And what are you talking? And when you are as a chief minister talking like this, in the same platform, one MLA, if I say this, they will say that, okay, Bharatiya Janata Party, BRS. But no, I've heard one MLA, Congress MLA from the same dais saying that Revanth Reddy ji said, we've come all the way to Delhi here to bend Narendra Modi's back and punch him on his back. Vangabatti guddadaniki ikkadiki vachinam. Guddutane 42% will come if we punch him. This was said by Adilabad MLA Vedama Bojju. So Chief Minister should set an example. This language is not done.
Okay, let me just play out once again exactly what the Telangana Chief Minister said, and then I'll take in closing comments from our panelists also on the larger debate that we were having over the reservation for backward classes. But listen in to exactly what the Telangana Chief Minister said.
ఎవరైనా సరే ఎంత గొప్పోడైనా ఎంత పెద్దోడైనా ఏ పదవిలో ఉన్నా సరే రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి శిలా శాసనానికి ఎదురొస్తే వాళ్ళ పాలిట మరణ శాసనం తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం రాయబోతుంది. రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి సందేశమే దేశం నలుమూలలకు చేరవేయడానికి ఈరోజు జంతర్ మంతర్కి వచ్చినాం సోదరులారా. ఎవరైనా సరే ఎంత గొప్పోడైనా ఎంత పెద్దోడైనా ఏ పదవిలో ఉన్నా సరే రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి శిలా శాసనానికి ఎదురొస్తే వాళ్ళ పాలిట మరణ శాసనం తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం రాయబోతుంది. రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారి సందేశమే దేశం నలుమూలలకు చేరవేయడానికి ఈరోజు జంతర్ మంతర్కి వచ్చినాం సోదరులారా.
Okay, closing comments quickly from our panelists. Krishank, I'll begin with you. You know, I'm part of that address at Jantar Mantar. You also had Revanth Reddy saying that all that BRS does is drama. The family has resorted to a whole lot of drama and has never delivered to the backward classes.
Well, we are standing with them in the assembly. We are supporting them, and this is what he wants to. I mean, when he wants to take us and go together on this subject, he shouldn't be talking politics. But he has chosen this. So that itself explains that this entire platform, what they've created, is only divert the OBCs, make politics, gain some votes out of them or some attention, and divert from the major issue of their governance and their administration. Otherwise, why should actually BRS or BRS's politics come into place now? If you really want to go forward, take the prime opposition with you. We are there with you. We have supported you in the assembly also. And definitely, one thing is, in the Rajya Sabha, our leaders, I mean, for instance, today, Banakacharla, our K.R. Suresh Reddy has raised the issue we've requested. So such is the case. If Rahul Gandhi ji is talking about this in the Lok Sabha, if any other of their leader Kharge ji or Sonia ji is talking in Rajya Sabha, nothing like it. We are there to support them. So gain support in this. Only then you can deliver justice for the OBCs. But rest apart, we do not think that Revanth Reddy ji's effort is sincere. It is definitely political, and that is why he wants to divert, and that is why he wants to blame the game on the BRS.
Okay, Subhash Garu, your final comment on whether the BJP is for or against this proposed reservation of 42%.
We are 100% in favor of 42% reservations. As promised in the Kamareddy declaration, you give 42% reservation exclusively to BC community. We are not against Muslims. We are not against BCs on that. In fact, we have the Prime Minister of this country from the BC community. So we demand that whatever you have promised, you just implement on that. Don't mix and then they confuse and make something which is really the shortfalls and then the gaps in that ordinance, where people can go to High Court or the Supreme Court and then stall this process on that, because upcoming elections are coming, local body elections, where the sarpanches don't the villages don't have the sarpanches. Almost 2,400 crores from the central government funds have been just stalled because there are no sarpanches, and development of the villages have been just halted in that. We demand that immediately, as per the High Court direction, by September 30th, conduct the elections and then make the reservations bill, BC's the bill just implemented, and then make it a reality. But don't include that for 10% Muslims. This is not Muslims reservation bill. This is BC reservation bill.
Okay, so approval then with caveats. I'll let Mr. Reddy have the final say, recognizing that it's 2 versus 1. Mr. Reddy, go ahead.
See, if that is the case, like N.V. Subhashji said, if there are such observations in our bills which were sent to the Honorable Governor, they should have, sent back. There are no such observations. That's the reason they forwarded to the Honorable President of the country. So come on, let us not do, dirty politics on the increase of 42% reservation to BCs. So I request BJP spokesperson to kindly put a full stop. Let us not do such a cheap politics when it comes to the increase of reservation to the BCs, because you people are not inclined towards the increase. So you are playing such dirty games. And coming to the BRS party leader, I don't think like I need to remind the filthy language which has been used by their boss KCR during the agitation of Telangana, when there is an agitation going on, when there is a protest going on, if not in Telangana but in Jantar Mantar, there will be some heated words, heated exchange of words. Yes, it will happen, but it is for a legitimate fight. It is for a legitimate increase of reservations for BCs to 42%.
Okay.
So if you are not sailing with us, kindly shut your mouth, but don't do any such dirty politics.
Okay. All right. We'll end it there. Let's not get this. Let's not make it ugly right
No,
now,
this is
gentlemen.
very nasty
I
language by the
understand. And that's
Akshita ji, I have one request. Akshita ji, now apart from that, one important request is the Congress
Krishna.
government
Have they ever been to Delhi
has
on these
still not kept
reservations?
the figures of
Hold
the
on,
Have they
Mr.
ever
Reddy,
been to
hold
Delhi
on,
on these
hold on.
reservations? My
No,
straight
I have
question
one
is,
serious
had they
point.
ever been to Delhi on these
Okay, Mr.
reservations
Reddy, just
Akshita
hold
during
on.
the
ji,
Krishna, there's
regime?
a brief point
Akshita
to
ji,
make.
please.
Yeah.
Akshita ji, in the caste census also, because they're calling it as a role model caste census, we request them that till now they have not kept the facts out in open. How many Yadavs are there in Telangana? How many Mudirajs are there? How
You
many
hadn't put the census at all.
Categorically, all these castes,
In your
we have
government,
to get the numbers
you
out.
have done a
Okay,
survey.
all right.
These are not
We're going
just
to end it
outside.
here. We're going to end it here. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time, for joining us here on India Today. You can make out how heated an issue this is in Telangana. Ultimately, will this proposed quota become a reality or not? It will depend on what really happens in the days to come and what the president has to say. Beyond that, also whether the courts will agree to this. So all that will depend on really how strong a case Revanth Reddy and the government is able to build for this a reservation increase that they're looking at in Telangana. We'll leave it at that.